Okay, so on September 4, 2020, Dr. Peter Phillips tendered his resignation. Did he? Was it on that day that he tendered it? The day after the election, he said he was going to step down as the president of the People's National Party. Well, since then, there have been many opinions on who should be the next party leader. Joining us to talk about this some more, Assistant Lecturer at the UWI Department of Government, Damion Gordon. Damion, good morning to you. Thank you for being here this morning. How are you?
Good morning, Simone. Good morning, Neville. Thanks for having me.
Good to have you. So, factoring in what you saw happening on the weekend, yesterday specifically at the NEC, your thoughts on who has been throwing their hat in the ring, your thoughts on who else you think might do so, and how this race is going to shape up?
Okay, so far I've heard declaration of interest from at least two members of the People's National Party. Lisa and Mark Golden have officially launched their bids to succeed Dr. Peter Phillips as the party leader. We have also heard a tentative expression of interest from some others. We have heard Damion say, and Dr. Damion and Julian and Michael Phillips have indicated that they want to consult with their constituency executives or test the ground a little bit more before they officially make a decision. Norman Arn yesterday said that he does not intend to contest. So if we consider those who have already firmly declared and those who are tentative, we could possibly have about 5 people enter the field. But so far, we have only confirmed 2 persons.
Right. So what are your thoughts on that? So you've given me the run-up, which we kind of already know. Give me your feeling as to how you think it's going to play out. So you have youth. You have youth, can be looked at it for youth versus experience, even though the young people who are there, like Ms. Hannah, do have a lot of experience as well. If you follow the polls, PNP has been traditionally the older voter, the delegates may be the older folks, or not. I just want to get your thoughts as an analyst as to how you think this will shape up and where you think the advantage lies.
So we have seen 2 polls recently indicate that among supporters of the People's National Party delegates and Jamaicans, Lisa Anna enjoys a considerable lead over our close rivals. Mark comes second in those 2 polls. And I think there's a view that in terms of what the Jamaican People's Party may need to match an Andrew on his pound for pound, Lisa may be best suited in terms of the fact that she's very popular. She has a significant base and name recognition. She has a large base on social media. And it's felt that she has the popularity and the youth appeal that the party can tap into to match an Andrew Holness pound for pound. So certainly that is a consideration. However, her win in the general election was very small compared to the margin of victory that she used to enjoy in previous elections. And considering that this has historically been one of the seats of the People's National Party, her leadership skill has come into focus because it picked the views that if she's unable to commandingly win a small constituency, then it speaks perhaps about her lack of readiness to lead a big organization such as the People's National Party. On the other hand, you have Mark Golden, who may not be seen as very charismatic or may not be seen as very popular. However, I think that a lot of Jamaicans are looking at different requirements when they elect political leaders. I think many people are now looking at skill and they want somebody who's a manager, somebody who is a strategist. For example, they're looking at whether or not that person has shown a willingness to use data and science as a basis of making policies and decisions, whether or not that person can use new technologies, new ways of doing, new ways of thinking to manage relationships between organizations and with external stakeholders to reinvent or transform the way the party executes its core functions with respect to canvassing, mobilization, education, marketing, etc. So I'd say it depends on what the voters prioritize. We've seen in the past where some voters may prioritize the popularity and the factor, However, some voters may prioritize other factors that they believe are more important to determine the effective running of an organization.
Yep. Damion, one of the reasons given for that huge loss to the PNP was disunity. I know you come up with another race, and I was reading earlier that there was a fracas that went on yesterday. So again, you're going to have division in the party. Is it the right time? Sim and I spoke this morning about someone suggesting that maybe this is not the right time for Dr. Phillips to step down because local government is coming up, local government race coming up. So is it the right time, A, and will this election, for want of a better word, help the party right now? Because again, you're going to have factions all over the place.
Yeah, but I don't think that the party is necessarily focused on the local. I think the party perhaps expect that they will now win the local, given the fact that the political party that normally wins the general tends to always go on and win the local. I think the party is looking more at long-term viability and the importance of beginning a process of transition and rebuilding from now, so that in the next 5 years it is ready to contest the general election. Certainly, leadership was one of the questions that was one of the issues that was considered to be a contributing factor to the party's poor performance, where it was felt that the JLP's leadership was far more appealing and attractive. And certainly, the party wants to regain its political relevance and electability. It has to address the issue of leadership with immediacy. So there's no wrong time for them to have this race, whether they have it now or next year. There are likely going to be some divisions and acrimony. I think the party has to understand that the broader goal, which is to unify the party and project a new kind of strength, is more important than anything else. So I don't think it's wrong time. I think that if it becomes a crowded field, the more likely is it that there will be splintering. But 2 months hours, I think is a better approach to settling this than having a crowded field.
Mm-hmm. So they're playing a long game, is what you're saying.
Right. So again, we don't know who will enter. We may just simply have the two persons who have already declared the candidacies, and the others may opt not to enter. So we don't know anything yet. We don't know what the final race will look like.
Right. But the party, you're saying, is playing a long game because it's not really about the local government election so much as rebuilding itself and looking ahead to the next 5 years.
Yes, then that's a big prize. That's a big prize. I think that is where the focus of the party really lies, looking at the long-term picture. Because this is the party's work performance in the 1980s. So this is a new level. This is a new level of apathy, and the party has not faced kind of projection or apathy in about 30 years. The party has to be thinking long-term.
Correct.
The party has to be thinking long-term.
Hear you. Yes. Thank you, Damion.
Thanks, Damion.
We have to wrap it up. Appreciate your time this morning. Damion Gordon, good to have you, Assistant Lecturer at the University of the West Indies Department of Government.
All right, after the break, concerns over CSEC and CAPE results. Stay with us, please. Soon come.